How are we getting on, folks? And I think it's safe to say we had a fairly decent opening day. Um, for one, that's not necessarily my most statistically profitable days in the Galway Festival. I think I did fairly well. Obviously, look at I Am Magic got us off to a brilliant start, putting us in profit in the first race at 15-2. The Nap Mother Country didn't get really much running room and just didn't really run the race that I was expecting it to. Fridtjof Nansen looked fairly okay coming around the final bend, but just died off up the hill. Blowing Dixie never got into it. Exchange rate. The fact that it was backed into 4-1 favourite, I was praying that this horse was going to absolutely hose up. But I don't know. I just think maybe the softening ground got to exchange rate a little bit, and obviously Port Sunlight the next best. I could nearly cry. 5-1 looked like we were getting to the Jessica Harrington pace setter, but just couldn't get there in the end. But for those who were following on Patreon, we had a lovely 3-1 winner in 0-10. Put it up at 3-1, obviously, last night, and really did reap the rewards for it. So technically, overall, from all of my selections, first and last on the day in Galway, and definitely profit all around. That's the way we like it. Tomorrow definitely looks to be a very, very nice day as well. Dermot Well looks like he's going to have an absolute dream of a day. I am expecting a treble, but they're fairly short priced, so I wouldn't necessarily be going too hard on them. Obviously, look at the first race off tomorrow, the 4:35 start of the treble, lads. Emily Gray is definitely going to be winning this. I cannot see past her or any other horse to be beaten. The fact that Dermot Weld is 4 favourites in this meeting tomorrow, as it stands, obviously, and the fact that he said that Emily Gray is his most likely winner, I think that says it all, really. 4-5, it's not necessarily an odds or a, what's the word I'm looking for? An unbackable odds on horse. 4-5, put on tenor, you get 18, you're nearly doubling your money. I think it's going to be a good starting point for tomorrow, and I definitely think we're going to start off the day as we did there today, and definitely on the back of a winner at 4-5. I'd be very, very disappointed if Emily Gray is beaten tomorrow, simply because we've seen the form Dermot Well's horses are in, and the fact that he said that she is his best chance of a winner tomorrow definitely says it all for me. Next race off then, the 5-10, and this is definitely not going to come to a surprise for most of you, but I'm expecting a quick fire Dermot Well double. This one here a little bit better at even money, and therefore is definitely going to be the nap of the day. I cannot look past her. Radiaka. I think I might be butchering that name, but if I am, I'm very sorry. Obviously, look at owned by Aga Khan, if I'm not mistaken, bred by Aga Khan as well. Yeah, bred by Aga Khan. So the fact that they have kept this horse definitely shows me that they see potential in it. Second last time out should definitely come on for improvement there. Looking at the bloodline, Lope de Vega, you could say that Lope de Vega's horses, they tend to prefer softer ground. Therefore, the rain that's fell there today is only going to be playing into this lad's hands, lads. And realistically, I'm not actually sure. Drawn in stall 4 as well. So, yeah, you can make cases for the Aidan O'Brien horse, but realistically, Dermot Weld absolutely loves it around Galway. And the form of his life, Colin Keane on board. It's a match made in heaven. It's like a 99 on summer's day. You cannot really go wrong. Even money, definitely for me, the nap of the day. 5:45 then, and Surprisingly enough, I'm going away from Dermot Weld. There's one in here that I really, really like at double figure odds, and this one here is definitely going to be my big price each way of the day. Galtee Mist, currently priced at 20-1. Drawn and stall 2 for Joseph Murphy and Gary Carroll. I think this one here has definitely got a big, big hand to play as an each way prospect. Obviously, look at a multiple course and distance winner. Generally does look like it around Galway. The form on soft to heavy ground is definitely very, very interesting as well. Obviously, won in Listowel earlier on in the year in soft, followed by another win in Goran Park on good. The time before that, it won in the Curragh on the 2nd of November 2020 on heavy ground at 28-1. Trying to find the time before that it won. It won on Galway then the last time before that. On good ground over 7 furlongs. Realistically, I think this one here, in terms of consistency and overall, yeah, realistically consistent on good, decent, or on varying grounds, you could say. Definitely very, very interesting here. I think 20-1 is overpriced. Now, it does need a bit of luck and running. It does need to improve a little bit more, but the fact that it tends to run fairly well around Galway during the festival would be saying to me that this horse is going to be well primed in here. Though the trainer's form would be a little bit of a worry, but I'm going to take a bit of a chance in here, and I'm going to say Galtee Mist at 20-1 is definitely the each way play of the day for me. 6:15 then, the next race on the day, and another each way play for me. Njord at 10-1. Realistically, I definitely very, very much like this horse, and I am very, very tempted to put him as my next best, but I'm not. I think this one in here has a great, great chance. Now, saying that, Salt and Stall obviously look at going for a hat trick in this race alone, but it is up. What is it? It's up £9 for the win last time out, when it was only a nose, not even a nose. It was basically a snot. He beat Njord by last time. The fact that the ground is getting softer by the minute is definitely going to play into Njord's hands. I had a good run last time out. In the Curragh on good ground, which wasn't what he is best on, you could say. Behind Order of Australia, obviously look at from the Aidan O'Brien yard. Anything second to Aidan O'Brien is definitely should be winning next time out. Head of Power Under Me, Current Option, Ace Aussie, Thunder Beauty, and Galtee Mist. Now, if Galtee Mist runs a big race in the race beforehand, I think this one here is absolutely nailed on, for the simple fact that Njord doesn't like good ground. He loves it real tacky, real sticky, real heavy. And the fact that he could run second on good ground against a horse that's as ultra consistent as Galtee Mist, I think this one in here has an absolute ball of a time. Obviously, look at Scott McCullough claiming the £5 off the 10 stone 5 that it has. Obviously, look at being top weight as well isn't necessarily a great thing, but Scott McCullough absolutely loves this horse, and he gets a good tune out of it, especially around Galway as well. So just keep a close eye on it, and I definitely think a 10-1 is definitely a very, very good price and should definitely be well worth an each way play at those sorts of odds. Now, next race off then is 6:45, the next best of the day. And we're going for the end of the Dermot Weld treble. Baseman. Colin Keane takes the ride, obviously, for Judmont being a Kingman out of Big Break, a Danzilli mare. I think this one in here, there is Galway written all over Baseman. I think the win last time out was definitely very encouraging. Should definitely get around Galway very well. The trip is definitely perfect. The ground, just checking out the ground again. Yeah, I think the more yielding side to soft is where we see the best of Baseman here. And look at it, was reading yielding there today. I know it was riding soft, but like I said, Dermot Weld has his horses in prime form. Prime form. 11-4, definitely massively overpriced. I think it should be 9-4, 2-1. You're getting a bit of a bargain there with Baseman, obviously drawn and stall one as well. Providing it breaks well, I think this horse is going to go from the front and not be caught. Therefore, 11-4 is definitely going to be a lovely play for me. And realistically, it is definitely the next best of the day. I cannot see him being beaten, folks. And I definitely wouldn't try and lead you wrong on that. Next race off then, the 7:15, and get your dartboards out, because this one is going to be a very hard race to pick. For me, though, there's one horse in here that's very local to me. It's owned by a Portumna man, trained by a Burr man. Philip Byrne, Killian Leonard takes the ride. Out on Friday. Now, he's out on Tuesday, but his name is out on Friday. Obviously, absolutely loves it around Galway. Won this race last year. I think it was off a mark. Was it 10 or 12 pounds higher than what it is there today? But when you look at the run last time out, when 25-1 second behind Petticoat Rule, that was definitely very encouraging. You can honestly think, or you'd honestly think that out on Friday is absolutely well primed for this race. I think 10-1 is a little bit of an insult. Obviously, look at being the winner of this race last year, dual course and distance winner. We know he is best on soft to heavy ground. I really like him, and I think he is going to be a very hard horse to stop. And 10-1 for me is definitely going to be a very nice each way play. But I am expecting this horse to win. I know. Look at Colin Keane rode him the last time, but the last time he won it in. One in Galway, but for me anyway, the fact that he is drawn in stall 11 isn't necessarily a bad thing. When you look at the top of the market, Imposing Supreme drawn in 19 and Tipperary Moon drawn out in the car park may as well be drawn in Dundalk by the way that is. I really like him, and I think he is going to have a very good run, but keep a close eye and adapt to Dan for Dennis Hogan. When you look at the run last time out, he got no sort of run. He got boxed in before previously winning very comfortably last time out. I think he is definitely interested at 8-1, but for me, out on Friday, they're going to be going for this race again. Philip Byrne wasn't necessarily in the best of form coming into the Galway Festival last year, and he stole this race. He won so easily, and definitely out on Friday for me is hopefully going to be another local success for my local town, Portumna. Now, next race off then, the 7:45, and this one here is going to be the last race of the day for me. But for me, Dance Emperor for Peter Fahey and Sam Ewing claiming £5. Free £5, lads. Sam Ewing is definitely going to be one of the best in the business in a couple of years' time. It's definitely very interesting. Now, the only worry for me, not necessarily that it's drawn out in stall 10, the fact that his last two wins came on good ground. But when you look down the line, going back into May when running in Killarney on soft ground, it was third, and a very good third at that. Just clicking into it here now. Behind Angel's Trumpet and Legal Thriller, ahead of Dark Design, Han Solo, Ready Ack, No Way Jack, and Raffaello. Not going to go into much more detail than that. But when you look at the form of Peter Fahey over the last a couple of weeks, 4 of 11, 36%. And as well as that, Sam Ewing, 6 out of 28, 21%. So the statistics there are definitely saying that Dan Semper is going to be thereabouts. 3-1. It's a little bit short, but I'm going to take the chance and I'm going to take a bit of a punt, because otherwise you are just basically putting names on the dartboard and just throwing a dart to see which one you're going to be going for. This one here definitely holds the form of the race. And I would be expecting a win here with this one. 3-1 looks to be a nice prize. If we can get their heads in front and go for the treble, it's definitely the way to go about it. And finally, then the last race of the day, 8:15, is going to be my patron pick of the day, so I'm not going to be covering it here. But I'm going to leave it there. I want to wish you all the very, very best of luck. If you are going to be having a bet, I want to wish you all the best of luck. This day last year, I had 4 winners on the card after having no winners the day before. So look, we had 2 winners there today. Are we going to have a 6th tomorrow? I don't know. I'd definitely be hoping to have 3 or 4. The fact that we have 2 very sharp price favourites in here as well. And obviously, look, with Dermot Well being in such good form as well, I would be expecting them to go and win the next best race as well. But look, if you want to sign up to Patreon, I leave a link in the description below. But just so people are aware, if you are signing up, it is an automatic payment on the first day of each month. So if you do sign up now, you're going to be basically paying another tenner on the first day of July. But unfortunately, that is just out of our control. But look, if we have another day like we did there today, that tenner is definitely going to be well emborsed and much more to it as well. So look, it really does help us out as well, and you will be entered into the monthly giveaway draw as well as that, which we are hoping to have a very, very nice gift coming up now next month. What else is there? If you look at if I've made your money there today and you haven't already subscribed, hit that red button, folks, because at the end of the day, we are trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. The more the merrier. And as soon as you do hit subscribe, you will be notified every single episode that does go up, and every other video and tip video and whatever we do on here, that will always be on the top of the list. But I just want to wish you all the very, very best of luck tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be able to keep this good run going and keep going forward. If you are going into Galway any day this week, I'm going to be in there on Wednesday and Friday. So make sure if you are in there and you do see this ugly mug coming along, make sure to say hello and whatever else like that. I do not bite as much as my face says otherwise. But yeah, look, I just want to thank you all for the continued support, and the analytics on the last video alone was ridiculous. And look, hopefully we'll be able to keep the good run of views and form and everything else like that going. And look, thanks very much, and please make sure to keep liking, sharing and subscribing, and most importantly, the very, very best of luck tomorrow.